Has the idea of waking up to a notification indicating that you earned thousands of dollars while you were asleep ever crossed your mind? This can be your reality, therefore it's not just a fantasy. In just a year, imagine creating a faceless YouTube channel with no on-camera appearance that not only generates a consistent income, but also helps you reach 6 figures. Doesn't it sound too good to be true? It is possible, and that is what I am here to tell you. I've actually done it. In less than 2 years, I've transformed my unknown YouTube channel into a $100,000 success story, and it's not only YouTube AdSense. My approach to content production, monetization, and channel growth has radically changed since I figured out a 5-part framework. How did I do it then? Allow me to show you the inside story of my journey, from the setbacks and hardships until the turning point. Whether you are a seasoned creator or a total beginner, by the end of this video, you will not only understand the particular steps I took, but you will also know how to apply them to your own channel and begin seeing results. Imagine this. You're looking at your laptop with frustration at this late hour. After hours of work, your unnoticeable YouTube channel has few views and hardly any new subscribers. For you, it feels like a never-ending turn, yet you've seen others take off immediately. After a few months, everything is different. Your most recent video becomes viral. Your channel is overflowing with subscribers, views, and opportunities you never would have imagined. I was that person. After feeling trapped, I started making 6 figures on YouTube. My YouTube experience first appeared to be an unending cycle of failure and frustration. You can probably relate. You develop content, push publish, follow the advice of the so-called gurus, and watch for views to come in. However, they don't. Instead, you find yourself trapped in the infamous 43-view loop, making you question whether YouTube is really worth your time. I spent more than a year there. I made countless videos, followed all the advice, and set up faceless channels, but I was not making any progress. My opinions were dreadfully low, and my income was practically non-existent. I began to question whether I was wasting my time and to doubt myself. Then, however, everything was different. After watching my 158th hour of YouTube tutorials and examining the best performing faceless channels one evening, I came to the crucial realization that I wasn't failing because I wasn't trying hard enough. I wasn't working smart enough, which is why I was failing. The guru's advice was based in theory rather than experience. The finer points of the YouTube algorithm and the psychology behind why people click on videos were not taken into consideration by their strategies. I made the decision to start again and erase everything I had learned at that point. I had had enough of hearing from those who had never really made it in the field. It was time for me to step up and create a plan based on actual outcomes. And you know what? It was successful. I went from having no subscribers to having over 10,000 in a matter of months. As the saying goes, the rest is history. During that period, I came upon a 5-part framework that has served as the basis for all of my following YouTube efforts. Building a channel that can generate actual revenue requires a disciplined, driven by information approach, rather than simply adding videos and crossing your fingers. To help you understand how I turned my faceless channel into a $100,000 success story, let me go over the 5 essential components of this building. Idea hunting is the first and most important phase. The success of your channel begins here, and I cannot highlight this enough. Actually, the majority of producers skip this phase and start producing videos without considering the possibility that their audience won't even want to watch what they're doing. This is the plan. I refer to this process as niche hacking, where I look for ideas in niches that are comparable to mine, rather than producing material at random. Suppose you work in the fitness industry. Don't just make training vids at random. Instead, check out popular channels in similar fields, such as yoga, bodybuilding, or weight reduction. Look for videos that have done well and then make a comparable video for your niche. This is how you access established ideas that the algorithm already prioritizes. The goal of this method is to identify what works and then modify it to fit your own brand. I've been able to get the algorithm's attention right away by employing this strategy to constantly strike viral themes. That's how in just 60 days, my very first video received 23,000 views. It's time to attract people to click on your videos now that you have ideas for content. Titles and thumbnails are useful in this situation. You're practically preparing for failure before you even start if your title and thumbnail aren't catchy. Ensuring your titles and thumbnails attract attention is the key. They must attract interest, grab attention, and above all, cause FOMO, fear of missing out. Consider these two thumbnails. One is uninteresting while the other shouts, "Click this now." Do you notice the difference? That is what I am referring to. My efforts to polish my thumbnails and titles have paid off. The intention is for people to see your thumbnail and immediately click, thinking, "I must know what this is about." Additionally, keep branding in mind. Even without your name on them, your audience should be able to recognize your thumbnails right away. The secret is consistency. By doing this, you can create a loyal clientele that is aware of your expectations. After the click, you must maintain audience interest. Storytelling is useful in this situation. Writing down the facts and getting through the subject was all I thought scripting was. However, I soon discovered that the true basis of scripting is storyline. Your audience will quickly become disinterested if you are not delivering a gripping story. The glue that keeps everything together, whether you're running an entertainment or instructive channel, is storytelling. A distinct storyline arc, an introduction, a journey, difficulties, and a resolution should be included in every video. Assume that your audience is emotionally invested in the journey you are bringing them on, much like in movie stories. My videos began receiving more views, more interaction, and, most importantly, more subscribers after I figured out how to tell a better story. In addition to keeping viewers interested, storytelling creates a bond with them that increases the likelihood that they will return for more. Editing comes next. I am aware that many producers try to outsource every aspect of their work, including editing. But the truth is that editing is where your content truly shines. Correcting errors is only one aspect of good editing. Another is improving the experience for the audience. Editing may make or ruin your video, whether it's through the use of sound effects, text overlays, or dramatic pauses. However, the type of editing you do depends on your niche. While a fitness channel might choose for crisp, upbeat edits, a real crime channel might require dramatic, intense editing. Discover what appeals to your audience and your niche. To keep the content flowing and interesting, maintain the pacing steady with fast cuts and smooth transitions. To improve the appearance and keep viewers interested, use overlays, text effects, and motion transitions. Select sound effects and background music that enhance the story without overpowering the narrator. Incorporate calls to action naturally to encourage people to subscribe, like, and comment. To increase brand identification and identity, maintain a similar editing style throughout all of your videos. Lastly, utilize YouTube analytics to enhance your editing and keep your content getting better. Let's now discuss the financial aspects. The largest error made by most creators is to rely only on YouTube AdSense at this point. AdSense is fantastic, but you must broaden your sources of income if you want to earn a lot of money. YouTube AdSense brought in almost $35,000 for me, but that's only the beginning. Affiliate marketing, sponsorships, and the sale of digital goods are where the real money is made. To help others learn how to establish their own YouTube channels, for instance, I created a digital course called Content MBA. In order to help people advance their channels, I also provide one-on-one mentoring. I earned almost $100,000 from all of these sources of income in a single month. What's the best part? I was not required to provide any actual products. The promise of affiliate marketing and digital goods is that, with the right setup, you can make money while you sleep. Every success story has its own errors and hurdles that can be dealt with patience and more knowledge. And in my story, the setback was a total surprise for me that came with an opportunity to gain a lot more knowledge about my field. Everything was going as planned. I had recently reached 100,000 members to my channel, which had been rising rapidly. It seemed as though all of the effort was finally paying off. However, I awoke to an email from YouTube informing me that one of my popular videos had been reported for violating someone else's copyright. Panic struck. Everything I had fought so hard to achieve seemed to be slipping away, and my channel was in danger of being demonetized. Doubt began to creep in. Was this just luck? I decided to face the setback directly rather than allow it to define who I am. Over the next few days, I thoroughly examined YouTube's standards and made sure that all of my future content complied with them. Within a stressful week, the video was restored when I filed an appeal. However, I learned from this experience that success is more than just having things go according to plan. It all depends on how you respond to obstacles in your path. The true development came from adjusting, using what was learned from the failure, and continuing with even more energy. By the time I earned $100,000, I realized the real worth of determination and resilience. I recall the moment when everything made sense to me. It was about developing a system that functioned, not just about making money. It was about seeing my bank account rise without having to labor all the time and waking up to notifications that my videos had gone viral. At last, I had constructed a machine that functioned well for me. It's not just me. Numerous people, including my students, have benefited from my assistance and are currently experiencing the same outcomes. With just 25 videos, one student went from having no followers to having over 100,000. That is this framework's power. One question you should ask yourself before you get in is, why? What are you doing? You will never overcome all of the obstacles that come with creating a YouTube channel if your why isn't appealing enough. However, you will succeed if you are driven, focused, and have a specific objective in mind. My why is straightforward. I want to help people succeed and demonstrate that anyone can earn money on YouTube without revealing their identity. It's about establishing my own business, gaining freedom, and sharing my success with others. It's time to start working now that you have the framework. I'm excited to watch what you achieve.